I'm about to flip the script, flip the switch, magic trick, watch this, watch this. I'm about to make you trip, make you glitch, camera flick, watch this, watch this. I put it like gold, check out the view, out with the old, and in with the new. I'm in my new era, I'm better in my new era, I'm better in my new era.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome one, welcome all. The PWR is back after 9 weeks away. The biggest and best women's club rugby competition returns for the final two league rounds before we hit the semis and finals. And we're at a gloriously sunny Stoop, the home of Harlequins, who would, well, rather like to remember what winning feels like, given it hasn't happened since January in round 9. An expectation will be high, given the visitors are bottom-placed Leicester Tigers, albeit the Midlanders have got game. And who knows, could today be the day that they strike a 1 in the win column in that PWR table. It's Harlequins against Leicester Tigers. Well, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. My guess is that you're, well, one of four people, either a Harlequins fan, a Leicester Tigers fan, a fan of good-looking boys in pink T-shirts, or someone who loves a World Cup winning Red Rose with a tenacious smile and great work ethic. Rosie Gallagher's with us, everybody. How are you, Rosie?
I'm very well, thank you. And you look dashing in your pink top.
Thank you very much. We are dressed in pink. Rosie does have some pink trews on here, just below our camera shot, because it is the Big Pink Weekend in partnership with Breast Cancer Now, who is the PWR's chosen charity. Touch, look, check is the key message to make sure that we're all paying attention to ourselves. Boys have breast tissue too, so I'm sure we'll talk more about the charity that is partnered with the league. As you can see, we've got Harlequins players who've been training in the Breast Cancer Now T-shirts. Interestingly, they've also been playing in their Pride T-shirts because it's a Pride weekend here at Harlequins, their 7th Pride, their match, 7th year of Pride matches, and in fact they had them all out in the Pride shirts, and then 1 in 7 of them was wearing the Breast Cancer Now t-shirt, because that is the statistic, if I can put my teeth in, Rosie, as to how much breast cancer affects people. So it's a great day, plenty of things being marked, and of course this return to action means that we've got 4 fixtures over this weekend that are kicking on into this run-in, and we started last night at the Sports Ground because, well, there was a bit of whisper over the past couple of weeks. Can Gloucester Hartpury keep up their unbeaten record? Can they make it to the end of the season with the amount of injuries and people that they've got on the sideline? And it proved to see that Trailfinders were going to have the beating of them. 41 points to 39. The points on the board enough that puts Trailfinders into that 4th playoff spot in that race for 4th. They have that playoff spot secured. So brilliant work for Barney Madison and all of the Trailfinders crew. It was a sensational match last night. Live score, you can just see Bristol Bears 5, Exeter Chiefs 40. That is also live on the PWR YouTube if you are multi-screening this afternoon. And there we are. The Harlequins Leicester Tigers match 2:30 is our one. And tomorrow, Loughborough Lightning against Saracens, 12 o'clock. That is live on TNT Sports. Rosie, how are you?
I am very well, very excited to be here. Nice to see so many pink shirts.
Isn't it?
And it's just a great day for a game of rugby.
Yeah,
Sun's out.
It certainly is. Have you found the last few weeks watching your Red Roses teammates whilst nursing a little bump? How's it been?
Yeah, no, it's actually been really, really fun being a fan for the first time in a while. I think when you miss out because of selection or injury, it's always, you feel a little bit bitter. But actually just being there, enjoying being a fan and seeing the crowds that have been turning up, that's what's been so phenomenal about it.
Yeah, and what about a certain Marley Packer, someone you know rather well, putting in performances of the ages? It's been ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, someone says she's aging like a fine wine, and I seem to have to agree, but no, I'm just really happy that she's been able to get some good game time under her belt, and she's shown what she's about.
Yeah, she certainly is. Well, we've got plenty of time to chat over the course of the match this afternoon, but the sun is shining out there, and big stakes. Harlequins have got to make sure that they get back to winning ways against a side in the table that have produced wins for all of the opponents that they've faced all season. But Leicester Tigers, they didn't lose as many players to this latest international window during the Women's Six Nations and, of course, the Pac 4. So has this period that they've had to train together been enough to perhaps see them get a result this afternoon? Let's hear from both coaches then. Fraser Goetz from Leicester Tigers and Ross Chisholm from Quins. Well, Ross, sun shining, a club that likes to play the ball around. How's preparation been for this one?
Yeah, it's actually been a really, really good week. It's always challenging when girls have been away on the Six Nations campaign, and what an unbelievable tournament that was. So, yeah, really excited to get back out there today. It's almost a shame that it's our last game. We sort of were looking forward to trying to get a few out there. But look, sun is shining. My expectation is Leicester is going to give us a real challenge today. So, exciting.
Yeah, indeed. I can't understand how it's 4 months since this club have had a victory. What's that down to? What needs to change today?
Yeah, look, it's something we reviewed hard over the off period, and we know that we haven't been at the level we needed to be to compete with that top 4. It is small margins, but small margins in sport hurt you, and we're not a million miles away. It was just lack of accuracy in key moments, in key areas, whether it's a lost ball there, a missed pass there, held up over the try line, missed line out. It's trying to iron out those small margins. Not everything's going to be perfect, but we haven't consistently probably been, an 8 out of 10. We've had moments that have just been too low.
You've got a few players marking moments today. Ella Cromac's 50th, and then the retirements, Bimber, Laura Delgado, and of course Jade Conkle. A word on those three and their contributions.
I said inside we presented Ella with a shirt for a 21-year-old to make 50 appearances is not very common, and I'm sure she's got many more to come, and I think that's down to her dedication and hard work. And I think with all the players that are retiring and moving on, you just show the effort and the commitment they've given to the shirt over the years. Izzy Mayhew, Langy, Jade, it really encapsulates that. And Bimber, what unbelievable careers they've had, and hopefully we can give them the send-off they deserve.
Yeah, that's, I guess, a final question, really. How do you avoid this being a banana skin? Now, that's a Tigers team coming for you and not wanting to lean too far into that end-of-term feeling.
100%. It's about doing the basics well. not forgetting that securing ball at ruck tie, making sure you get your collision right in the defence. It isn't about the triple miss pass, and everyone wants on a day like today to be able to score the worldie try, but it's basics done well that then allow you to have those moments.
All right, good luck today.
Thanks, Nick. Cheers.
Well, Fraser, thanks for joining me. A long time between drinks, as they say. 9 weeks to prepare for this one. How's that period been for you?
It's good. It's allowed us to give the girls some valuable time off, which they needed after a bit of a gruelling slog through the start of the season. But look, we've had a really good sort of 8 weeks prep. Managed to get a couple of fixtures in there just to keep us ticking over, and look, we got a lot out of that. So we're really, really excited for today.
Round 17 has already proven with last night's game that a team that's used to getting certain results gets something different. Could there be a little banana skin for Harlequins today? Surely that's in the eye of Leicester Tigers.
I think, look, we've spoken about it all week and just making sure that we're on the ball from the first whistle. Like we've seen this year that we've been good in spells, but we need to be good for 70 minutes plus today. So that's definitely the target.
In the last couple of months, we've heard the club talk about how they want to better back the women's programme, how things will be improved from next season. What's that done for you and for the girls?
Well, the first thing it's allowed us to do is to go out and uplift our staffing provisions. So we're going to around 10 full-time members of staff next year, which is going to allow us to achieve that level of professionalism that we probably haven't had before. And also go out and speak to some very good rugby players. So I'm sure you'll hear a little bit more about that over the coming weeks. But putting ourselves in a really good position going forward.
We like the sound of that. So what's going to happen this afternoon then? You've got the factor 50 on, the sunshine's strong. What can we see from this Tigers team?
I've got the factor 2000 on, don't worry, with this skin. Look, we want to throw the ball around as much as possible today, within reason, obviously. But look, the sun's out, 2 games left of the season, we've got nothing to lose, so we're going out to have some fun today.
All right, good luck.
Thank you very much.
We all know the feeling as fellow fair-haired boys. Luckily, I'm up in the shade in the bird's nest above the field here. Let's then have a look at the teams. Tigers have just come out of the tunnel, but the Quins team, Ross Chisholm with a decent list of unavailable players, without 2 of the club's biggest stars in Ellie Kildan and Aoife Wafer, but with a number of notable names making memorable appearances. A 50th appearance for Ella Cromack at just 21, the youngest to reach that milestone, partnering World Cup winner Lucy Packer. In the pack, there's a welcome return for Danielle Lochner, while Jade Conkle marks her final career appearance. In the centres, Langi Tuima gets a rare start this season, alongside PWR Player of the Season nominee Claudia Pena. And speaking of one Spanish star, a note on a second. Laura Bimba Delgado marking her last appearance before retirement too on the Quins bench. As for Tigers, well, as we said, 9 weeks without the absence of as many of those international stars. A chance to put in a considerable playing block to regroup and come out firing. Over 70% of the squad are re-signing for next season. Among them, South African international Mika Gunter at hooker, Hermione Farmer on the flank and Ali Coleman at 8. Tess Fury captains the side outside Zara Pickwick, who makes her first PWR start for the club at scrum half. And the USA Eagles thread continues. Emily Henrich partnering Aussie Jemima McCalman in the centre, and Kristen Bitter bringing the kicking game at fullback. Kat Turner waits to make a Prem debut from the bench. Well, a really special day. Jade Conkle making a last career appearance in the game that she has loved so much, that we have all loved watching her play so much. Laura Delgado as well, who is on the Harlequins bench. Another Cromack. What about a 50th cap? Absolutely brilliant. Looking after this one then in the sunshine, Nikki O'Donnell will be assisted by Rebecca Piddleton and Katie Gent. The Pride match, the Big Pink weekend. The first job is the clearance from the start. Connie Powell back on duty. Added 4 caps during that Women's Six Nations period. Then it's away from Fleming. Jade Conkle just lost it, went backwards though, said the ref. Cromack wasn't quite ready for that, and that one will go forwards. And Leicester Tigers have got a knock-on advantage to play with here. Sent away from Catherine Baverstock, but Quins don't make touch, or Tigers don't make touch, and Katie Powell is on a characteristic counter-attacking run. Svoboda. Kromat into midfield. Shipped on nicely for Lizzie Hanlon. Tweema loves to give it the eyes, just about got it away to Lauren Torley. Another one of those getting decent caps and appearances under the belt for the club. Sylvia Tirani, though, coming in on a line, it was slightly forwards.
I thought that was a really good passage of play from Leicester. They started by kicking the ball out, and I think that was a good way to manage the game in those first couple of seconds even, just to settle the nerves. And I think they're going to really have a fight against Fee McIntosh in that line-out today. She's got 57 line-outs, second highest in the table, and 7 line-out still. So it'll be interesting to see how they do it at set piece today.
Takes one to no one in terms of second row operations. How well did the Red Roses do when working through the ranks during that Women's Six Nations extraordinary campaign? In from Pickwick, making a first start on a 7th club appearance, gets it away for Fury, who just steps off the right boot. In fact, it was McCalman who was on that run. Fury with it now. Powell covers the backfield. He's putting in more performances in the 15 shirt than the 10 shirt at Quins over the course of much of the season, and then was given that opportunity at Country as well. Pena then able to offload to Packer. 2 peas in a pod, and Harlequins open the scoring. Counter-attack running, but you invite PWR Player of the Season nominee Claudia Pena with a little bit of room, and she will punish. Packer on the shoulder to finish it. Quins with the game's first try inside 3 minutes.
Yeah, that was a fantastic try from Harlequins. You could see how they just linked up that counter-attack. Kaylee Powell, really great carry, just drove at the line. Freya Orkin on the edge there, a little bit of a goosey, and then back inside to Pena. She's been phenomenal all season, and just having that calibre of that kind of person in your centre field, but also being able to play on the wing as well, linking up with Lucy Packer, that was a great start for Harlequins.
Decent slotting of the conversion. Ella Kromat brings up 70 points over the course of her PWR season.
Yeah, I think Pena's done amazing here, just to make sure she's staying on that inside shoulder. It's all about making sure you can stay connected with your players, because you never know when that line break's going to happen. Little loose there, always on the end of a try.
Certainly a bit more anticipation of what was coming next in terms of the attack from Quins than there was in the defence from Tigers.
Yeah, I think it'll be really exciting to see what they do at this kick-off as well. We know that Leicester Tigers try and go short to get the ball back, so it'll be interesting to see if they play that way today or if they try and go a bit further to get down the field.
Bitter was taken once again by the Spanish international Pena. She was away playing in the Rugby Europe Championship. Scored against the Netherlands and Portugal. Now it's Tweema finding some space on the right. Powell joining the line. Had Torley. GB7's out on the wing. Now it's Conkle again. Another characteristic low dip of the shoulder. She's not going to leave anything out there. Oh, and that's the charge down. McCalman, just wanted the ball to sit up for her. Pena's done well in the backfield. McCalman might drag her over though, and that'll be the 5-metre scrum to Leicester Tigers. Brilliant from the Australian.
Yeah, great pressure on the foot. We know that Harlequins like to use that box kick when they get around that 15 metres from the sideline. So just making sure they're putting Lucy Packer under pressure all day will be part of their tactics, I can imagine.
The fate of the oval ball. You could just see McCalman going, if it just bounced up, I'll catch it, I'll run.
And now we get to see a scrum instead, so we'll see how that goes.
First start for 4 months was against Trailfinders in round 15 for Connie Powell. It was her first appearance since big game before Christmas. Right in the middle alongside Tirani and Hanlon in that all-international front row. Mika Gunter will need to get the hook on that, which she does. Pickwick, Fury, McCalman on that direct line. Penalty advantage being shown to Tigers here. Goes against Danielle Lochner on a first start of the season. Now she's waited. We also didn't mention in our team sheet Sarah Bonner as well, who is back to make her first appearance of the season since injury on the bench. A sort of slight end of term feeling, but also an important line in the sand moment for a number of these players that want to mark their moment of being back to full fitness.
No, massively. I think when you've spent pretty much a whole season out injured, it's nice to just get back, even if it is 10-15 minutes, to make sure you finish off that season. Being a part of the team is a pretty special feeling.
th club appearance for Kristen Bitter. Drilled through from the USA international, and the Tigers are 3 points on the board.
I think Tigers will be really happy with that passage of play. It came from their work rate in defence, making sure they got that charge down, had the scrum.
Just 123 points all season, up to 126 now for Leicester Tigers. Sale the next lowest with 369, but Tigers with just 20 tries in 14 matches. Conscious that any points on the board will just do different things psychologically to their opponent. Oh, now then, straight through the cat flap goes Kayleigh Powell, looking to get around Bitter. Bitter did just enough to bring down the Welsh fullback, but now she's got back to tidy up her own work. Looks to try and sell the big one again.
I can't reward you, there's two on the wrong side.
I think Kayleigh Powell's going to have a good day today. She's seeing those little spaces, but also just backing herself to really accelerate into it and make sure she's breaking that contact.
Look up the grass. Edge of that mark for me, girls.
It's just a shame it doesn't go to Danielle Lochner's hands there, but she tidied it up. She's got the ball back to her teammates, and fortunately for her, there's two people not rolling away.
Quins fans packed in down below our commentary position. Appreciate the stands look a little empty from the far side, but noises being struck up by those wearing pink in support of breast cancer now.
Lucy, you've got penalty advantage at the line out, okay?
Lucy Packer advised there's penalty advantage coming. Sylvia Tirani with the next carry. Conkle is lurking, as is Abby Fleming. Goes close. Packer again. Looks both ways. Carney Powell just couldn't quite get the momentum. A little flat-footed and easy to push over. Packer for Svoboda. There once again for McIntosh.
Still have advantage.
Powell. Oh, the line just not close enough for Connie Powell. The tackle was strong. Tirani. Oh, that's a really loose offload, and then the knock-on on the floor. So Quins are going to need that penalty advantage that Nikki O'Donnell was playing.
Yeah, it's really good to hear that Nikki O'Donnell's actually talking to Lucy the whole time. She wants to make sure her players... Oh, she's gone.
She has
Little
gone quickly and gets it away. It's the simplest of walk-ins. Freya Orkin where she needed to be, with Lucy Packer taking the quick tap.
Yeah, we know that that's one of Lucy's super strengths, is having that vision, having that speed to get there, get set, take that quick tap and set up tries. She's got 8 try assists this season, so it's phenomenal again to see Lucy just taking that vision, making sure she can see that her teammates are with her and then just going.
Good footwork, good dummy.
Thank you.
Freya Orkin, 81st club up. It's pretty good. She was 24 in January. It's her 4th try of the season. First one from the start. Cromack. Oh, look good. Hits the upright. Harlequins with 12 on the board.
I think Harlequins will be quite happy with the opening passage of play, but when they get into that 22, the next thing will probably be making sure they focus on, if they're going into that pod system where they use their forwards, can they be more successful? Can they drive each other forward and make sure they come away with tries in that sense?
Bitter's got some serious air with that. A brilliant restart, allowing the opportunity for competition. Oh, it didn't get quite back to hand, and then it got knocked on. Tirani happy to get hold of it. Shame for Bitter, because the nature of the restart was exquisite. Now Quins have got numbers here. Tuima, Powell, and the gap just opens up. McCalman bought the dummy. Lauren Torley, we know she's got the gas. Torley back in field. Oh my goodness, she had two players supporting. Surely it had to go. Well, it wasn't surely from Torley. That is a real spurned opportunity, you have to say. Collision of two players, I think, just now. Ali Coleman there.
Yeah, this was a great kick-off from Bitter. This is the one we were talking about earlier. It puts players under so much pressure to either get up in the air or need that pod system in order to get higher than the opposition. But for me, it was looking at Torley. I didn't quite see down in that right-hand corner if she had someone in the backfield or not, but I think she should have just backed herself and gone in the out. Another great break from Kaylee Powell. Oh, it's a hard one, isn't it? You either think that the players are going to be there to support you on the inside and it will carry on. In this instance, it hasn't.
Well, while got players down and just getting a little bit of attention, just a reminder that it is the Breast Cancer Now Big Pink Weekend, combining the power of science and support to change breast cancer now. They've got a bold vision that by 2050 everyone with breast cancer will live and live well. They can't do it on their own though, and together we can make change happen. There's a QR code on screen, and we would love you to donate to the cause. They say that their simple mantra is TLC, touch, look, check. Many women know that a lump can be a possible symptom of breast cancer, but other signs of the disease to look for also include nipple discharge, dimpling or puckering of the skin or the breast, or changes in size or shape of the breast. Changes in colour of the breast may also appear differently on various skin tones. It's the most common cancer in the UK. Around 55,000 women and 400 men are diagnosed with breast cancer every year in the UK. We would love your support. So everyone's back to their feet. Everyone's ready to continue.
Oh, hang on. Go back a couple.
Question has been asked of whether the temperatures today will promote a water break. We're used to seeing them in extreme heat temperatures, certainly through the World Rugby heat guidelines. They will take a view on it if there are not sufficient other stops over the course of each half.
I know, mate. Time's not back on yet. Time's not on yet.
We're not quite back rocking and rolling.
You okay?
We're missing Clodagh Dunn.
That's all right. Yeah, it is. I agree. You guys found the shade at least. Okay, Mark's
Another one of those who's renewed a contract into next season. Joined on the short-term deal early last year. Signed a permanent one last summer. Former Leinster and Old Belvedere player. Former club of one Anna Capelis. Clodagh Dunn actually captained the Ireland Rugby League side.
Fine. Set.
In from Pickwick, big shove from Quins. It's going to be one against the head. It's at the feet of Jade Conkle. They've got the penalty advantage. Packer can run with this. Packer can look to go herself. Tirani's getting in there to drive at the line. Has Sylvia Tirani got there? Just short, says Nikki O'Donnell. Quins to go again. Try scored. Lizzie Hanlon.
She deserved that one. Came from a scrum, finishes with a prop. Yeah, no, that was a great set piece for Harlequins. You could tell after that little break that they wanted to go for that penalty. That initial hit and sink in their feet, they just had that full drive and were able to get under Leicester. And then, like we've seen already today, Lucy Packer's got that ability to snipe. I'm intrigued to see why Ella Cromack didn't go for the big white line in front of her, but very unselfish, setting up the ball and allowing Lizzie Hanlon to score there.
She didn't fancy the pick and go, did she?
I don't think any back wants to go in the close quarters.
Cromack does the job with the boot. 19-3. When they last met in round 6, it was Leicester Tigers 28, Harlequins 56. The final score then. Number of contract renewals for Leicester Tigers over the course of the last couple of weeks. Alicia Watkins, Emily Anstead, who is on the bench today, Tiana Gordon, unavailable today, Hermione Farmer, Summer Reeves, Kat Turner, Mika Gunter, Nika Laborie, Clodagh Dunn, Ali Coleman, Eve Slater, Grace Dean, Beth Cregan, Ellie Smith, Jemima McCalman. It's a good list, and with recent news that the club are going to be adding more resources, in fact doubling the number of staff that are part of the programme. Well, they really want to continue building the culture they've set this season, and well, perhaps a real sign of Tigers' faith in Fraser Goetcher and Ross Bundy, that so many of the players are keen to sign on and say, we may be bottom of the table, but we're on this journey together.
7. Correction 4. See that? Yeah.
Cromack. Conkle. Oh, great leg drive from the Scottish international. Cromack. Oh, it's just going to open up for Ella Cromack. She's not needing the support on the outside. Ella Cromack to streak all the way through and celebrate 50 with a try. Wonderful from Ella Cromack. The waves just parted. And on a 10th straight start, it's her third PWR try of the season.
Well, she enjoyed that one, didn't she? You could tell that smile on her face, 50 appearances for Harlequins, and the youngest to ever do it. But I think this initially comes from obviously winning the line out, but then that carry from Jade Conkle, 191 carry metres so far this season, second highest in the table, and you can just tell it's so hard to get her down, and it means that the Leicester Tiger defence can't get around quick enough to defend Cromack in that next channel.
Beautifully struck. Brings up to 26. Well, they are cruising on the way to the victory that they so desperately want. Extraordinary that it was the 30th of January, their last win. They did have a draw with Exeter Chiefs to throw into that mix, but they lost to Bristol before the break. Trailfinders, Loughborough Lightning, Saracens and Sale, and Gloucester Hartpury. What will we see from Kristen Bitter this time? Going longer this time. Cromack, plenty of time to make the exit.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing her going a bit longer. I really like the short kickoff because I think it makes them under pressure. It puts Harlequins on the back foot with players running at them full force. So it's interesting to see not one kick yet so far has gone in the same spot.
Clearly opting and hoping for this sort of clearance where it ultimately just gives Leicester Tigers the line-out opportunity. They're going to play. That's a bit of a loopy one over the top from Pickwick for Fury. Oh, and a loose ball is just going to allow Tuima to tidy it up. And Connie Powell bringing out the little goosey, I think, having received that from Pena. Fleming, abrasive as ever. Packer, Tirani, Tuima. Diving through the middle. Penalty Tigers. They got in and got the turnover on Lizzie Hanlon. They are a side that actually average over 7 a game in terms of turnovers.
Yeah, no, I think you can tell that they are a team that look for the ball in that defensive set. They want to get that double tackle, but if they don't, they have that second person just slightly hovering, trying to get that ball. I think it's the goosey for me, though, that I'm still thinking about from Connie Powell.
It was like a goosey.
We'll give her a prop goose, hooker goosey, sorry.
That's the one. Change has been made for Tigers. Jordan Russell has come onto the field. So replaced Ali Coleman. Break from the back of the maul. Pickwick. In for Catherine Baverstock. 4 club appearance, just 48 combined club appearances across the starting front 5 for Leicester Tigers. And there's single individual Quins that have got more for their club. Oh, that's a lovely outside line from Slater. Tiptoeing down the whitewash. This is good from Tigers. Emerson Allen then with the carry. Option is there. Gunter. Part of that Springbok side that got to the last 8 of the Rugby World Cup. That is a penalty. Mickey O'Donnell just given the penalty. Quite cynical in that area given the momentum that Tigers had.
Yeah, I think Tigers been hard done by there. Obviously, there is cynical play there, but actually now they've got a really good platform to be able to kick to line out. They've got one of the best stats for their line out wins in the league. So now they can actually see what that platform is like 5 metres out from the line.
Baverstock has a little chat to get the call for Gunter. They're going to keep it safe and go to the front. Allen with the decent leap. 13th club appearance. This is moving very tight and very nicely towards that Harlequins line. Gunter has it. Can they get the direction they need? What a great score! Look at the roars from Leicester Tigers. That was really well worked. Mika Gunter getting the final touchdown. But that was a tight and cohesive pack. And Rosie Callaghan, perhaps the work of 8-9 weeks of solid, considerable training block.
Yeah, no, that was a really good maul try, and you could tell that they were all working together, really cohesive. But what was best to start off with was that they had 3 little dummies, and that's because they know Fee McIntosh likes to go for that still in the air 5 metres out, so they wanted to make sure they were away from her and that she wasn't preparing to go up. But they won that back edge. They got their shoulders underneath the Harlequins players, stayed together, and as Nikki was calling out the Harlequins lot, they managed to get that momentum again to move forward. Really good passage of play.
Try scorer getting a bit of attention. Renewed the contract, joined of course from Pretoria's Bulls Daisies. Bitter with the conversion. Didn't quite slot that one.
same opportunity because we'll just be on 20 minutes, okay?
So we do have a bit of a water break now. Such are the temperatures. Just a chance to see the try again.
Yeah, no, like I said earlier, really good piece of play from Leicester here. They were patient. They knew that Abby Fleming was going to have to leave here and then just managed to keep that momentum. That secondary dip is what we sometimes talk about in Mauls, giving away all the tactics here now, Nick. But that secondary effort to make sure you stay underneath the players, you don't rise above them, because as soon as you lose that shoulder battle, it's like mountain versus mountain. You never know who's going to win.
Love that. All the tips of the trade from a Rugby World Cup winner on our coverage this afternoon, Rosie Gallagher, who is with us. And Mika Gunter, well, I mean, 107 of 125 line-outs, one on own throw before this match. I mean, she is right up there. Those are the highest numbers in the league. Karis Phillips is on 85.6% success. Mika Gunter, having made more throws, is on 85.7%. 0.6 and 0.7. So it is a decent effort from the South African.
I think that will give Leicester a bit of confidence, actually, just to make sure that they know that they can get down and they can score points through driving mauls and also from scrum piece.
Well, there she is, Harlequins' most fierce warhorse. It's making a 74th appearance for Harlequins this afternoon. She finished on 74 caps for Scotland. What are the chances? Second most for carries in the league. We heard Rosie talking about those numbers earlier. Second most for tackles. She is going out at the top of her game. Oh, it's a brilliant clearance kick. Outstanding. Kaylee Powell left it.
Yeah, and you can hear that from the Leicester players. They're all really happy with that clearance. Back on the halfway line, they can now put pressure on Harlequins here in that line out.
And it's not straight from Quins.
Leicester was smart there, so what they did, they came in as a 2 and then a really loose 3, but as Harlequins came in, they went to a tight 3 and they knew that they just wanted to move that pod back, given a fake space in the middle of the line out. Fee McIntosh thought she was clever going to the middle. Leicester were even more clever, making sure they just took that space and were really calm and collected about it.
And how much of that strategy also is around, as long as we throw someone up, they've got to be on the money, given that change in law in the past couple of years?
Yeah, definitely. I think that law's come in and it definitely puts hookers under a lot more pressure, but it means that it gets people up to commit.
Well, the Quins fans have made a noise about how straight they think that throw was from Tigers, but case in point, Harlequins didn't put anybody up, and therefore Nicky O'Donnell would rather some rugby was played as per the laws. McCalman did just enough to hold on to that ball. It was intercepted by Langi Tuima. Harlequins are the queens of the intercepts. They've got 12 over the course of the season, the best at it. Hanlon needs to avoid being isolated. Cromack didn't look like she was ready for that momentarily. Pena, just so hard to stop.
Your jackal is fine, but 7 was offside in the face before it. Do you see it? On the 15.
Offside against Morgan Richardson.
7 offside.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting to see how Harlequins are playing at the minute. They're wanting to get these little tips in to get into the space, but sometimes just not quite in line with each other. Great turnover here, but unfortunately it comes back for the penalty.
Yeah, Richardson never quite got back in the line. That's a good throw to the tail. That's good momentum from Quins.
Hands away! Don't hold her in.
It's there for Packer. And then the burst through. Connie Powell says thank you very much. Harlequins get their 5th try of the afternoon. Ella Cromack had wrapped up the bonus point score, but Connie Powell thunders over.
Yeah, Connie Powell will be happy with that one. It comes from a great throw to the back of the line out. Really fast-paced, moving maul element here, and sometimes that's really hard to keep control of, but they've managed to keep their feet, they've managed to secure the breakdown, and then Connie's just seen that little gap as Leicester Tigers are trying to get round the corner. Great forward try.
Lucy Packer was ready to get that one away. Connie Powell had other ideas. 5 tries on the board. Quinn's up to 33 now.
Step. Good.
Don't know if you could hear that with the referee's mic. If you could hear the language, we apologise. But it was something chopper. I think teammates trying to encourage that the tackle technique needed a little bit of work. But this is Quinn's trying to just create the space and get through. McCalman does well to get back and jump on the back of Freya Orkin. Conkle.
Advantage is Laura.
Packer over the top for Orkin. Oh, she's just lost it. Good fighting in the tackle from Kasiakova, former West Park Leeds and Loughborough Lightning DMP Sharks player. Another one renewing the contract, but that was a decent hustle defensively.
Yeah, definitely, and that chopper element is definitely true. They've got some big ball carriers that if you don't go low, they're just going to keep getting that ground. So making sure you have that chop tackle and then somebody a bit higher to get that bang backwards.
Jay Conkle just getting a bit of attention. 33 points to 8. Harlequins with the score with, the rainbow all the way through it. Part of the Harlequins Pride Day. Of course, you've got an all LGBTQ plus commentary team for you this afternoon. Delighted to be here. And, well, look, we saw this week on social media as well. A letter sent through to Claudia Maloney MacDonald, of course, very happily out and proud with wife Cleona Maloney MacDonald. But a letter that ultimately was someone expressing their displeasure for simply Claude and Clea's existence to be. Proof that we still need these sorts of days of recognition, Rosie.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think Claudia handled herself very well, and that's what it's about. It's about educating people to say that everyone can be included, everyone can be whoever they want to be, and we can all be happy in this world together.
Indeed.
Thank you.
We are all, in fact, the best versions of ourselves when allowed to be who we are. Certainly in the sporting context, coaches have recognised that over recent years. Oh, just been lost at the back. It was almost similar to how they got the turnover of possession in the first place, and Gunter just couldn't get hold of it. But certainly 7 years of Pride matches. Those of us in the community appreciate the work that Harlequins do in this space.
Yeah, no, she couldn't quite keep hold of it. It was a good more build from Leicester Tigers, and I do think we've spoken about it earlier, but if Fee McIntosh can just put a little bit of pressure in the air, they actually would have probably had 2 penalties at line-out time.
Lucy Packer's told to play it. Nearly a blow on the whistle from Nikki O'Donnell. Pena got out the fend. McCalman did just enough. Certainly taller in stature. Lovely little dink through from Tuima. Who's that going to sit up for? Boot to ball. But it's tidy up job being done from Kasiakova. Counter drive all of a sudden from Svoboda to say, should we just let you have that ruck ball on your own time? I think not. This is going in the air. Gone backwards off McCalman. Every right to maintain possession. In fact, it was Henrich who got up there.
Off the boot, play on.
Oh, Powell, it's come off at Tiger's boot and into the hands of Harlequins. Powell on the charge. Fleming, cut back for Cromack, lovely release for Pena. Pena ships it on. Danielle Lochner couldn't quite get away, just out of shot. Cromack has gone down and looks in some discomfort. It's going to be Kaylee Powell who will finish it. It's a 6th try and another moment to celebrate for Quins. But in the background, concern for Ella Cromack, we have to say.
Yeah, another great try from Quins there. And Kaylee Powell, yet again, having a stormer down that wing today. She just runs so hard and fast. And I actually think Quins could have scored a few phases earlier here. You've got great interplay between the backs and the forwards. Claudia Pena, Danielle Lochner, could she have looked up and actually got it out a bit wider to Fee McIntosh on that phase? But Abby Fleming here, getting the ball away to Powell. And over she goes.
Great work from Fleming there, wasn't it? Keep it simple, chip it on. Cromack was hit a little bit late and just took a bit of a tumble. Might have been a bit of a knee stretch. She's certainly got that heavily strapped up. Pena's just pulled that. Cromack is back up though. Pleased to say.
And I think Quins will be enjoying this because they're really seeing their forwards and backs having to work together. That pull out the back just means that the phases can flow one into the next, and you're seeing that they're actually starting to move the ball. Connie Powell, great hands. Abby Fleming, Danielle Lochner, she could have probably got it away a little bit sooner, but actually the forwards are playing a massive part in getting the ball out to the edge and letting the backs do their things as per.
Nobody killed done this afternoon for Harlequins. Kaylee Powell running them in with the 15 on the back. No Aoife Wafer. She is down in the stands with us at club. Little bit of a niggle. They didn't need to play her in this game. They would rather she was rested, given a chance to get back to 100% at the end of what has been a gruelling international and club season. Packer, Tirani, Cromack back into the thick of things. Fleming, another ship on. Conkle. McCalman's getting through an awful lot of defensive work because a few people are missing tackles, and by the time it gets to her, she's got to put a shift in. Powell, dummy outside to Torley, back inside for Tuima, was looking for the offload. The Italian onto the 30 capper from Wales, Fleming. Cromack, missed pass into the middle. Lochner wrestling hard. The 3-year netball international. That is a stunning turnover from Leicester Tigers. Brilliant patience from Gunter. Went in, stole it, job done.
Yeah, great steal from Gunter. I think what I'm seeing at the minute is that Leicester Tigers are putting 2 or 3 people into the breakdown. They don't want to be losing that third person because they're then getting really short in their defensive line. But it's moments like this, you have got 2 in the tackle, but then Gunter's managed to get in from the inside and beat the attacking players into the breakdown. It's moments like this for Leicester that will really give them the confidence and the boost of energy to keep going forward and making sure that they're getting in the right bits of the pitch.
Step up. Just stay there. Girls, stay on your mark. We'll bring them in. Come in slightly, girls. Thank you. Okay, first is Quins off their mark, and then it's not straight.
Well, Nikki told them, didn't she? She'd said it twice, stay on your mark, and then she's finally given the penalty for it. Free kick, sorry.
Yeah, it was heading as a not straight line out, but the infringement had come from Harlequins before. Free kick, of course, you can't kick that one straight into touch and get the line out. Hence the option to just take the quick tap, and Pickwick's gone through the gap here, and support from McCalman. She might need to give it back to a scrum half. Leicester Tigers have got 2 tries at the stoop. Beautifully worked. Zara Pickwick on her first start, 18 years of age, and how much they're loving her.
Yeah, that's incredible for Zara Pickwick. Really happy to see that she's just had that vision to break through the line. She's sniped, gone, seen Lucy Packer on her outside. She's already started drifting. You can see Lucy's hips are pointing out, so she's just got that space opened up. Great interplay with Emily Henrich, and then back on that inside shoulder to get her try. And you can just tell, can't you? That is such a big thing for them. Those little tries, these little moments, to show that they're still in it, playing against a side like Harlequins. They really want to show that they're still here to play.
Probably going to be deserving of an end-of-season fine. A couple of times I've got McCalman and Henrich mixed up over the course of this one. They look too similar for me, Rosie.
It's the pink bows as well.
Was Henrich with the give and get. Bitter under a fair bit of pressure, but slots the extras. 38 plays, 15.
Yeah, and this all came from that free kick for not listening to Nikki O'Donnell, not listening to the referee. Lucy Packer's come out the line. We've seen that little show and go from Zara Pickwick, and then she manages to finish off her good vision as well.
That was a restart Ella Cremat won't want to watch back.
No, I think we'll leave that one, shall we? We'll blame it on the knee a little minute ago.
Absolutely. Next job. Oh well, we'll have a look, shall we? Whoop.
Yeah, not our best one, but it's little moments like this for Leicester now. They've just had that score. They're back down into Harlequins half. Can they stay momentum and keep pushing forward, keep getting back down towards where they want to be?
Decent line-out work. That is McCalman.
Keep moving, thank you. Timing's good. Tackle off the ball, one.
Oh, the disguise of the ball and who was going to get it has drawn a penalty here. Nice ball back inside for Henrich, but it was forwards. Called a game on Tigers a little earlier in the season, Rosie, when we were at Franklin's Gardens, and certainly said then they're capable of playing some really, really nice stuff. They've got plenty of skill in the team, plenty of ambition. Just occasionally those moments of connection, certainly defensively. We've seen it a couple of times in this first half where the gaps do seem to appear and they leak. Defensively, perhaps where most of the questions are, but the ambition, the awareness, the attack is often right up there.
Yeah, no, for sure. Their attacking plays so far have actually been really creative. You can see that they're starting to pick out that Harlequins are throwing that person forward at their first receiver. So those little tip lines on the inside have become way more apparent. And like you said, it is definitely their defensive sets that are the thing that they probably need to work on in pre-season and going forward into next season. But it's always good to have something to work on, and I think now they've probably seen it throughout the season. They'll have a revamp and come again.
Wait there, Connie. Clearly not straight. Scrum or line. Scrum. Scrum option. 15.
Our clock shows the last minute. We're on our best guess, according to Nikki O'Donnell's watch. She'll be the one to give us the final decision on when the first half is up, but it is clearly there and thereabouts.
Fine. Set. Lucy, play away.
Pacatel to play. Cromack. Pena. Tuima. Nearly opened up for Tuima to go through herself, but now the inside-outside line. The attempt to drag Torley into touch, and enough was done. And Nikki O'Donnell says that will be enough of the first half. Well, Harlequins have come out and put a decent showing on for the fans for their last home game in the season. Their last game for that woman there, Jade Conkle, who just has 40 minutes left in a Harlequins shirt, but 6 tries over the course of that 40 minutes. Lucy Packer getting things going, Freya Orkin, Lizzie Hanlon, and we also had our 50th appearance maker Ella Cromat on the scoreboard as well, and then the 2 pals in Connie and Kaylee. Early penalty from Christian Bitter for Tigers, and 2 tries, Gunter and a lovely one from Zara Pickwick on her first start in Premiership Women's Rugby. At half-time then, at the Stoop, it's Harlequins 38, Leicester Tigers 15.
New era.
Help tackle breast cancer. Breast Cancer Now, the official partner of Premiership Women's Rugby. Tackling breast cancer together. Text TACKLE to 70025 to donate £5 to Breast Cancer Now.
New era.
6 tries to the good then. Harlequins looking decent in the sunshine in southwest London, looking like they've got some security on this win that has eluded them since the end of January. But Leicester Tigers certainly with some things to say and some decent attacking moments of their own. If you are just joining us, we're in the company of World Cup winning Saracen Rosie Galligan. And Rosie, we've got the first half highlights for people here, so give it your best shot. Our producer's fallen off his chair, I think. Here we go.
Yeah, we've seen Kaylee Powell pretty much all of the first half, really, linking up really nicely with Freya Orkin. We spoke about Claudia Pena. She's got the pace, she's got the physicality, and those links up. We've got Lucy Packer coming over the whitewash as a really nice back try from a counter attack. And then Connie Powell again, always on the front foot, Connie. Forwards and backs linking up nicely. Ella Cromack being that really nice interlink. Danielle Lochner, could she have got that away and it would have been a try on this phase? But actually, no, it's been really finished nicely by Abby Fleming and Kaylee Powell again on that wing. And then here comes Leicester Tigers' first try, that great charge down from Lucy Packer's boot. We see a 5-metre scrum. And we didn't really know what to expect from that. Little snipe there from Lucy Packer. And then this was a great platform. Snipe again from Lucy, that vision just to make sure she gets around the scrum. Ella Cromack didn't fancy it, leaves it for her forwards. And Lizzie Hanlon comes round nicely and dots it over the try line. Another stormer from Ella Cromack. It's like it parted for her, straight through, and very happy girl on her 50th cap. And another great maul try from Leicester Tigers. The tightness, the cohesiveness, they stayed patient with it, they won the shoulder battle. And Gunter managed to cross for them. You can see the passion scoring those tries. Another maul try here from Harlequins this time. Comes off the back of a maul, and Connie Powell does what a hooker does and gets over from a little snipe on the back of a breakdown.
We might be getting a couple of repeats in here as well, just for good measure. This was the Kaylee Powell one we saw a little earlier. Those are all 6.
And then from the free kick, we see Leicester Tigers' second try. The vision from Zara Pickwick, linking up really nicely with Emily Henrich, and then scoring her own try.
Well, 6 tries to 2 then. Leicester Tigers certainly showing that they want to put in a decent performance to round off their season. As we mentioned, Leicester Tigers coming up with that statement just a few weeks ago about how they are going to be putting more resources into next season. Over 70% of their players are re-signing for next season, which is a good sign. There's plenty of movement in the league at this time of year, Rosie. I'm not going to draw you into any of the gossip that's flying around, but 4 of the Red Roses out over that Six Nations with pregnancy, yourself as one of them. Feeling fit, feeling good?
Feel as fit as I can do. No, feeling really good. We're still training really hard. We've got a nice little group chat called the Mummers.
Oh, love it.
So it's nice
so
to
that's
just
you,
be able...
Lark Atkin-Davis, Abby Ward and
Zoe Stratford, yeah. And it's just really nice to be able to talk to each other. Some of us have bad days some days, some of us have really good days, and it's just about riding that wave and enjoying being pregnant, but also enjoying being an athlete still.
Brilliant. Now, of course, you're playing your rugby at Saracens, a team in top spot in the league. We've got the playoffs to come. We saw Ealing Trailfinders push their way into 4th spot last night, in fact. Those playoffs are just going to settle down. Exeter Chiefs getting the result earlier against Bristol. Looks like that secures them in 3rd place. How do you see the playoffs going then if we're looking with a round to go roughly at a kind of Gloucester Trailfinders semi and then perhaps the Saracens against Exeter?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting. Firstly, to see Ealing in playoff rugby for the first time. And they've really built throughout the season. They had a really good average kind of first half, but that second half where they've got a few more players in and really bolstered their squad, they've played really well and they're quite exciting in their attacking play. So it'll be interesting to see that potential Gloucester-Ealing, well, what do we call it?
Rematch.
Yeah, rematch, I suppose. And obviously knockout rugby as well. So will that pressure be on Gloucester to right some wrongs from their last performance, but also know that they are still reigning champions and they want to win? And then for us, we know what Exeter are about. We know how they want to play. But again, if Exeter turn up on the day, then they play a really good game of rugby. So it'll be 2 incredible semi-finals, and then let's see who gets into the finals, which will be here at the Stoop.
Yeah, exactly. This is, of course, the venue for the 2025-6 season final, which is going to be at the end of June. So we certainly hope you're all going to be joining us for that. Right, I think we're just going to take a quick break, wet the whistle, and we'll be back for the second half in just a few minutes.
I'm better in my new era.
Make checking your breast regularly a habit of a lifetime. Touch.
Touch. Touch.
Look. Look.
Check.
Touch. Look. Check.
Touch your breasts.
Look for changes.
Check anything new or unusual with a G-pin.
Touch.
Look.
Check.
Together, let's kick breast cancer into touch.
New era.
Harlequins come back out to join us. Leicester Tigers, the first team, back out into the Stoop sunshine this afternoon. Unlike the Super Sevens in the football, we haven't seen the officiating team come out and roll cartwheels across the floor. But plenty of time for that, I'm sure, at the end for Nicky O'Donnell. I'll personally request that. Harlequins 38 then, Leicester Tigers with 15. 2 tries on the board for the visitors to the 6th from the home side. Former Harlequin and Saracens in England, Red Rose Rugby World Cup winner Rosie Gallagher is alongside us, and it's Kristen Bitter who will get the second half underway. Calvin Harris tunes are rolling, Rosie. It's getting me in a summer mood.
Yeah, I think we're missing a few things, but we'll get in summer mood watching rugby instead.
What, like a cocktail, you mean?
Yeah, mocktail for me, mocktail.
Of course, of course. The very slightly pregnant Rosie Gallagher, who is alongside us. Has Marley been in touch at half-time? Is she marking any of your work here in the co-com seat?
Well, maybe. And maybe got told that I need to work on a few things and speak a bit slower, so...
Thanks, Miles. Keep up the scoring. We appreciate it. Good to know you're there.
Nick wants feedback as well.
Always, always. Loose ball. McCalman was the first there to get hold of it. Tigers looking for a way through. Tipped on. Slater looking to try and find a way through. Looks up and just sees the Springbok Lochner, who was not going to open the gate. Back into the middle it goes. Allen helping it get there. Good rush up out of the line from Torley to shut down any of the options that Kristen Bitter might have fancied. It was good, wise defence. That one finds Rowan Sinclair. 6th club appearance for Sinclair for Tigers this season. Then it's away from Henrich. Svoboda's come through, but come in through the side. Former Loughborough Lightning player. Started 10 out of 12 games that she's played for the club this season. The last round she made 10 tackles in 57 minutes, which is a decent bit of work.
Just inside the 5.
Yeah, no, I actually enjoyed that piece of defensive work from Harlequins. They've gone from their 10 in their half to the other 10. And you can just see when they're getting off the line, they're doing those fast 3 steps, then checking their feet, making sure they don't get ahead of the ball, and then getting up again. It was unfortunate that they gave away the penalty there, but Leicester Tigers now got the ball again in a line out. I wonder if Quins will put more pressure on.
Catch and drive. Make some solid metres for Tigers. Pickwick's already had a try. Packer came bursting out the line to make the tackle. Pickwick looked for the big one over the top, but then the hit was made, and it was a relatively easy, tidy-up job defensively in the end for Quins. Almost lured them into the trap.
Yeah, you can see the vision. You can see Lucy Packer coming out that line really fast again. And I think they wanted to get into that gap behind her, but just didn't quite pay off for Leicester Tigers.
Quins have Sarah Bonner and Izzy Mayhew, both waiting to make their first appearances of the season. Oh, and that's just come off the right hand.
I think Jade Conkle will be happy with that one. Nicky's taken the blame for that pass not quite going to hand.
She'll buy her a lemonade after the game for that one, won't she?
But you can see what Harlequins are wanting to do. They're wanting to use Jade Conkle's strength with brutality to get down that middle channel.
Jade Conkle came to Harlequins in 2018. going on to become captain in 2023, the first ever player to sign a Scotland Pro contract in 2016. Balances her job as a firefighter with the London Fire Brigade. Women's Player of the Season, 22-23 season and 24-25. There will be nothing in Jade Conkle's brain right now that is thinking about anything other than next job, keep performing, keep giving everything to the shirt.
Side.
Away from Packer. Pena. Oh, that's lovely from Pena. Is it going to sit up for her? Eventually it does. She had to slow right down to get it, and then Bitter's got in for the turnover, and she will be rewarded. Well, that was decent from Tigers. It was lovely invention from Pena. The ball wouldn't sit up, and it was really the bounce of the ball that was her undoing at the end of it.
Yeah, no, that was great from Bitter on the edge there. We've got a nice passage of play from Quins, trying to ship it to the edge, using Pena. Great outside of her foot to try and curl it back in. And as you can see again, you've just got those two players making the tackle, and that third person hovering over the breakdown, waiting for moments like that. Quins have been a little bit slow to a few of them now, and you can see that it always pays dividends to Leicester.
Quins, cut the grass as you. Yes. No contest.
Fury. McCalman. Jordan Russell was there, ready to push her through any gap that she could find. That was well ridden by Henrich. Slater's come across, loses it. Good pump of the legs to try and get away from Kasia Covert.
That's okay. He's not gone first. I've missed it. Thanks, Vince.
I think we'd all missed it. It's going to be a Harlequin scrum.
Just be patient and hold that weight for the space, okay?
Yeah, and you can hear Nikki talking to the props there about what she wants to see at scrum time. What a great hit from Pena yet again. Ball's gone backwards, but it's actually deemed to go forwards.
We will trust the assistant on the far side.
Yeah, I think Quins here will be wanting to get a really big platform to be able to get forward again. They've been on the back foot for the last few phases now, so can they get a bit of momentum, get down where they want to be playing, in the likes of Ella and Lange's hands here.
They want the penalty advantage, which Nikki O'Donnell will now show them at scrum time. Oh, Tuima, she gave it the eyes out the back. She was just trying to smuggle it to Tuima right on her shoulder. It was nicely done, to Pena, I should say. But it went a little forward, so we come back for the penalty, which will allow Cromack to stick this downfield. Yeah,
great platform from Harlequins here. You see that initial push, you see that they're dip and they go. And then Lange being Lange does a little Lange special, no look pass. Pena just doesn't quite catch it on the line.
Under pressure, you just kicked your hips out as you went backwards. Lou said, yeah.
I think what's incredible about Lange is she is such a club person, and that she brings so much to a team, both on and off the field. And I think a lot of the Harlequins girls are going to miss her when she's not playing in the quarters next season.
Girls, P went funny. Stay on your mark. Quins come into there. On the edge of the line, girls. Yeah.
Getting the start with no Sarah Parry this week. Sarah Parry, who has made the Breakthrough Player of the Year shortlist. Tirani. Tuima. Cromack. Oh, Cromack stepped back. He got through three defenders. Powell. Good late arrival from Connie Powell. Kept the hands. Tirani. Good Italian drive. Russell's got in a position to try and get the turnover. Offence came at the line out.
Yeah, it was an interesting line out from Harlequins as well. They tried to split the defence. They dragged a few people to the front whilst also having their pod at the back, and then put a player through the middle. But unfortunately for them, Leicester Tiger players didn't quite catch on to what they were trying to do, and that space didn't open up in the middle.
No contest. Back for the half. Lucy, that's once.
Tuima for Conkle. Powell again. Cameron made the tackle, but she's been penalised for not getting back in the line. And Packer's gone quickly, and Cromack will finish it. 7th try for Harlequins. The only one to have got 2 of them so far this afternoon. Well, that woman celebrating her 50th club appearance. 21-year-old Ella Cromack takes Quins over the 40-point mark.
Yeah, she'll be happy with her second, and hopefully she convert her own points as well. It all came from that driving maul. They didn't quite get the initial push that they probably intended to, but the forwards coming around the corner, Connie Powell carrying hard, being driven back. And then Lucy Packer, seeing that she's got advantage, gets back to the point and quickly gives it to Cromack.
Nothing from the wide-out angle from Cromack, but here's another look.
Yeah, you've got another great carry from Jade Conkle there. She's made so many metres this afternoon. Connie Powell gets put backwards. Not something that she'd be wanting this afternoon. And then Lucy Packer listening to Nikki O'Donnell and giving Ella Cromack an easy run in for her second try of the day.
The changes made for Harlequins, and none more well known than Laura Bimba Delgado. World-class front rower, retired from Las Leonas after a second World Cup, albeit without the swan song that many would have loved to have been afforded to her. Former title winner of this league with Gloucester Hartpury. Also was an Allianz Cup winner with Exeter when she was down in the southwest. Much of the league, wherever the players have played alongside Bimba. We'll say gracias por todo, Laura. A brilliant campaigner.
Thank you.
One of the reasons that Claudia Peña signed for this club. And what an import she has been to club and league. Speaking of which, onto the ball she comes. Packer looks up. Delgado. Huge reception as the front row changes were made, incidentally, alongside Maya Muller and Zara Green. Changes that were made, the Sweden captain Muller and Zara Green, who will turn 20 in a few weeks. That was a super take. In the backfield, bit of chasing to do. Fury, not much of an angle to work in. He's done well.
Yeah, Tess Fury did well then to get it that far up the pitch from that angle, like you say. But what a fantastic passage of play from Harlequins. Since Delgado's been on, she's probably carried about 4 times, I'd say. Making those big carries, reloading quickly and getting back into action.
Just step her into the middle for me, Katie. Yeah.
52 caps for Spain. To the tail and to Lochner. Conkle from Cromack. Big collision. Rides 4 metres under the tackle of Jordan Russell. Now Tuima again. Getting more and more involved. Powell sold it to the outside channel. Made a few metres insides for Boda. Support inside as Quins go through the phases comfortably here. Cromack. Tuima again deeper. Now Peña around the back of Conkle. Shrugs off one, big collision into another. So penalty advantage arm is out from Nikki O'Donnell, but it wasn't for that collision. She thought that was all through the chest in terms of the collision. It's a good bit of work from Emily Henrich to put the pressure on Tuima, but Just got Hermione Farmer down.
Yeah, I think... Oh, I thought that was going to be the carry from Jay Kunkel in the middle there. No, that was the tackle up from Leicester Tigers on Lange. They're just really trying to put that line speed on the midfield, trying to take away any options and making sure that they can't use those out the backs that's getting them so much success. And you can see Quins here just taking a minute to get their thoughts together, have that breath in the hot air and getting ready for the next set piece.
Well, as you mentioned, Rosie, Lange Tuima, one of those also departing the club, leaving after 7 years, over 100 performances, 15 caps for the Red Roses, clocked up our 100th Harlequins appearance against Gloucester Hartpury in November. Just become one of the league's star performers.
Yeah, no, Lange's done phenomenally at Quins. Should just bring something different. She's got that physicality, but she's also got the brain.
Fijian baller nature is in the blood, isn't it, with Lange Tuima? Lochner, straight down, off the front, straight through McIntosh. Chance for Quins to try and push at an open door or two. Svoboda gets low, sets the platform. Lucy Packer's there, pops it up. There's a quick bust for the line, and it's the speed of Harlequins that got them over the line that time. It's the replacement, Maya Muller, who gets the try. But anybody arriving at pace at that moment was going to catch Tigers cold. And Muller gets Harlequins' 8th try of the afternoon.
Yeah, Muller will be really happy with that. Easy line-out ball at the front to Danielle Lochner. And I've seen this move before. They've done it before against Saracens and scored a phenomenal try off that. But it's worked really well again. They've had to work hard, get round the corner. And Muller has managed to get a nice tight pod and latched over the line by a fellow teammate, Jade Kunkel. Always doing the hard work, Jade Kunkel.
There you go. Well, Harlequins bring up the 5-0, and among them, 20 of those points now from Ella Cromack. Not a bad afternoon's work for the fly half. A couple of tries and 5 conversions. A couple of changes down below us are waiting to be made. Izzy Mayhew is going to make a first appearance of the season for Quins, and Anika Lebarry, the French under-20 scrum half, ready to come on for Tigers. Other changes, in fact, Kat Turner is on just in your screen there for Tigers, making a Premiership debut. Also re-signed for next season now. Cromack, oh, the big dummy on the outside, then got the support line. Oh, Lucy Packer with the little bit of footballing work. Lochner would have loved to have crashed onto it, but she was in front of Packer when she made it. It's almost a bit of pinball in the end, but there was an offside.
Yeah, you can see Lochner's face from up here. She knew she was in front. She didn't mean to be. It's just how the ball fell. But what a fantastic offload from Ella Cromack. And again from Pena off the floor. May not have gone to hand, but if Lochner was behind Lucy and managed to get that ball, they would have been flying.
Eve Slater just looking a little uncomfortable as she leaves the field. Emily Anstead is also down there ready to make the entrance. There goes Anstead. Joined this season from Loughborough for a 12th club appearance. We'll just talk through with our fellow back three players as to where the reshuffle may be. I think Bitter might be moving into the centres here, possibly. Well, this will be interesting. It's a Leicester Tigers line. I'm not even sure that the Leicester Tigers backline have worked out which position they're all playing yet, Rosie.
No, I think there's a bit of adjustment, but that's what makes us good rugby players, being able to adapt on the go.
Well, her number's up. Harlequins at number 12. Langi Tuima will kiss goodbye to 7 years at the club. Bless her, apologising. She doesn't want the moment to be about her, but hopefully she will lap up every moment. What a great club servant she has been.
Oh, and the crowd are going crazy for her. What a great way to have a send-off.
108 and out from Langi Tuima. Cheers still going on down below us as Leicester Tigers go in search of a third try in this Harlequins 22. Morgan Richardson making a 69th club appearance with the last carry. Jordan Russell. Oh, it's good work from Russell. Managed to bounce her way through Zara Green. And it was Ellie Smith on the ball. Then out for Labarrie. Richardson again. Clear out was made. Alana Bainbridge can't quite release the hands. Combination of forwards. Nadine Vincent giving it some now. 33rd appearance in a Tigers shirt for Vincent. Forwards are there queuing up. It goes a little wider. It was lost. It's there for Bitter. Offload is there. Tigers just can't quite shut the door on this one. Alive again. Harlequins defending stoutly. Third try, proving a difficult one at close quarters to just try and get. Harlequins get in the position for the turnover. Quick tap's been taken a metre from the line. Labarrie should know better than that. It's got to be from the 5 metre line. What will Tigers do here?
I think pick and go's your option here, Nick.
When you're ready.
Labarrie's over for the little pop-up and the charge.
Move tackle it.
Delgado
Advantage offside.
crawls along the floor to get out of the way. Oh, when they go over the line, and I think Harlequins may have turtled them there. It's great defence.
Offside.
Oh, it's a penalty again. Now they look for some width. Who's going to be there to crash over the line? McCalman. But she's worked hard all afternoon. No one less deserving. More deserving, I should say.
We'll do the water break on this one.
Yeah, she's been everywhere this afternoon, hasn't she? Just making sure that she's in the right places at the right time to try and help Leicester tie their pieces of play together. But I think that actually comes from the hard work of the forwards as well. They keep doing this pod system where they latch each other to really get through the Harlequins defence and get some good meters, and then
We'll do them at the water break.
manage to get 2 little penalties. Played quickly. Probably learned that from Lucy Packer and have managed to get over the try line again.
Used to play a club rugby in France. Jemima McCalman has got her parents over. So what a great moment for her to be scoring for her club while the family are in town. Bitter then stood over this one for the conversion. As Claudia Pena is just leaving the field down below us. Bitter will slot the 2 points. And changes coming on for Quins then. One of them will be particularly popular. Sarah Bonner is on for her first appearance of the season. We're also seeing Karine Grant, fellow Scotswoman.
We play quickly.
The fellow giraffe is back on the pitch. I've been watching Bonner's journey. She hasn't had it easy. She's had a fair few injuries over the last few years, and she's always got a smile on her face. But to see her out here today, being able to play with some of her close mates that are going to be leaving at the end of the year, it's just nice to see that she's back out there.
So Pena's actually left the field for an HIA, and we've also had the change at scrum half. Lucy Packer has left the field. Lucy Burgess is on, and you can just see Bonner alongside Jade Conkle, who is laying it down as ever. And no doubt Jade Conkle is saying, we've got a chance to finish strong here. We've got a chance to sign off and make sure these fans keep coming back to support us next year.
Yeah, you can tell in her face. She wants everyone to still be enjoying it, but she still means business. She is that true person of 80 minutes on the pitch, you're her worst enemy, and as soon as you're off, you're her best friend.
It's like I heard said about Maggie Alfonsi in her heyday, would absolutely thump you, and as the play moved away, she'd put an arm out, pick you up and go, sorry about that.
I know many a player like that, to be fair. Get the cameras away and they're actually quite nice.
You're nice cameras or not, aren't you, Rosie?
Always smiling anyway.
All right, bit of a stoppage, bit of a chance for people to take on some water as well. Given the sweltering temperatures down here, we do just tiptoe into the last quarter of the game. Our scoreboard currently resembling a particular element of the game itself. 50-22.
And Quins have opted for a line out here. They've got a lot of changes in that pack all of a sudden, so it'll be interesting to see if they play it safe or if they've actually just got the depth now to be able to do their full line out menu still.
Emerson Allen just losing that ball in the sunshine, I think, right above the stand. In from Muller, beautifully won in the line out from Bonner. Back to old tricks.
Tackle! Hands away! Hands away! Tackle's complete. No hands now.
Burgess. Cromer. Across the middle goes Mayhew. Down the little gap. For Kaylee Powell. Svoboda. She's been one of Harlequins' consistent performers over this season. Mayhew again, looking to see if it might just open up, which it nearly did. Bonner was the only one to the left, so it had to go the other way, and Zara Green was happy to be the willing recipient. Had her first PWR start against Sale in March after a league debut against Gloucester in February. Well, that's been thrown away, and Jordan Russell was very happy to be the recipient. Fury. Allen. 5-on-5 hit as fellow beanpole Danielle Lochner brings her down. Oh, that's nice quick hands. Oh, McCalman's basketball pass effort over the top. Just drifting forwards. Little apology to Henrich.
Yeah, so we just see that turnover there in the midfield. Great leg drive. But unfortunately lose that ball.
1 second, girls.
Great double tackle from the midfield. And then just slightly forward. Nikki allowed it to play on for a little bit. I wouldn't be best pleased with her in that if I was that player getting tackled.
It's hot, Nikki. Blow your whistle.
Get water on because we'll make sure she's fine first.
Expecting the usual scenes a little later, with it being the last home game. It is, of course, actually the last match for Harlequins of the season. We do have 9 teams in our league, so every week there's a bye week, and Harlequins are getting the maximum amount of points they can on the board. But in case you didn't see the result last night, Gloucester Hartpury falling at the penultimate hurdle in terms of looking for an undefeated season. Close one as well. Healing Trailfinders doing the job, 41 points to 39, securing the 4th position into those playoffs, which will mean there is no place for Harlequins despite the result this afternoon. Cromack winds up the big outside ball. Powell knew exactly where she was headed for it, opted to just step back.
Tackle! Thank you, thank you.
Cromack, Delgado. Oh, nicely on for Muller. Lovely break on the shoulder. Cromack again, Powell, Lochner. Good and big fend from Grant. Delgado had the hand up. Cromack, that's a good line again from Muller, but couldn't hold it on that occasion. McCalman was hunted down by Svoboda as she tidied up the loose ball.
You have scrum advantage. You do.
Knock on advantage still being played to Tigers.
Okay, well, going back under pressure, we'll come back to the scrum. Just do yours. Scrum.
Yeah, Muller's had some great touches since being on, hasn't she? She's been a proper impact player in the midfield, but also down that edge. Bit of a utility player in the fact that she can play hooker and back row. But it's great to be able to see that those forwards can all link up and throw some great passes as well.
Well, this season, Premiership Women's Rugby and Breast Cancer now have teamed up to tackle breast cancer. They want to make checking your breast that habit of a lifetime. Every 9 minutes, a woman in the UK is diagnosed with breast cancer and a man is diagnosed every day. And if nothing changes by 2040, a woman will be diagnosed every 8 minutes. That's why PWR and Breast Cancer Now are standing shoulder to shoulder to raise money and raise awareness of breast cancer on and off the pitch. This weekend, it's extra special. It's our big pink weekend. That's why we're all dressed in pink today, all in support of this incredible partnership. And incidentally, if you're looking for support and information, you can call the Breast Cancer Now's free confidential helpline 0808 800 6000. That is 0808 800 6000. Leicester Tigers on the charge. Kasikova.
It's going to be
intercept from Quinns. Chance to keep going down the sideline. Oh, and that's good hands. Can they keep it alive and stay in field? Yes, just about. Brilliant from Zara Green. Burgess back in for Conkle. Conkle on for Lochner. Good turnover. Great work from Tigers. They just have a habit of snuffing out teams when they're on the charge.
I get that. Okay. Holding on. It's still on. She's in your line out, isn't she? She's in your line out. So we'll wait. There. Cut the grass as you. Yeah.
Maya Muller is just down.
She's in the line out. Girls, just wait a second because she's in the line out.
Well, we're just waiting for Maya Muller to rejoin us. It's a chance to ask Rosie Gallagher, who she thinks should be on our little shortlist. For all of you watching on our YouTube stream, you can have the vote on who is going to be our Built for Athletes player of the match. Who are the four that have caught your eye? Rosie Gallagher.
I think it has to start off with Kayleigh Powell at the back at 15. I think she's had a stellar game, to be honest. I think she's carried really hard. She's found the space. She's run hard. And she's also scored as well. So for me, Kayleigh Powell's had a really exceptional game. But also Claudia Pena in that centre field at 13. Tackle galore. Running galore. I think she's had a great game as well. The other two are Cromack with their 50th and 2 tries. And then Jade Conkle. What a career she's had, but also what a game she's had. The tackles, the carries, really making sure that Harlequins have got on the front foot this afternoon.
So 4 of our Built for Athletes player of the match contenders for you then. The vote going live now on the YouTube stream. So, Conkle, Cromack, Pena and Powell.
Up to me, mate. Up to me. You're probably going to want your prop for lifting, so we'll wait. So you were fine, you stayed there, and then she's joined beyond you after it's spun, so she's never came from the back foot. So you need to come back? Yeah, have to come from the back foot. I appreciate it spun and you followed her around, but she was there originally, you must come behind, okay? Just get her in the middle for me. Get her in the middle, close the gap a bit. Thank you. Alright, just relax.
Hearing news that, one of our player of the match contenders has just failed an HIA, so Claudia Pena won't be rejoining Harlequins for the remaining 8 minutes.
Jay, do you want the free kick or do you want the line out? You want the free kick? Okay, I'm asking the captain, girls. Okay, on the 15. On the 15, then you cap.
And Jade wants to play there. She wants the free kick. She wants to have ball in hand. I think she knows that they're starting to wear down the Leicester Tigers' defence, and they've had real good success in their carrying pods this afternoon. The girls in the line out love a line out, so they're always going to choose a line out, aren't they, Nick?
Well, Jade Conkle operates in the line out as well, doesn't she? But she's also very happy to do that carrying in the loose, which she's most known for, probably.
Yeah, she's carried really well today in that midfield. Getting Harlequins metres, pretty much every carry that she's made.
You've got 7 remaining. That one doesn't stop.
Asking how many minutes are left. Not sure if she's tired, hot, or just wanting to keep playing, not wanting it to stop.
Warm enough in our commentary position, Rosie, let alone out there in the blazing sunshine.
See, I didn't think I could complain too much about being up here when they're playing out there.
Laberry pops out the back of that one. It was a good steady scrum from a Leicester Tigers perspective. McCalman has got on the outside arc. Henrich is on the outside. Perhaps the ball needed to go just a shade earlier from McCalman. Henrich is still there. She wants it put through on the toe, I think. Anstead with the carry. Russell helping secure it. There for Laberry once more. In for Allen. Richardson on the shoulder. They want to come back down this side. Bitter. Laberry again. Oh, Quinn's competing for that on the floor, but that's a penalty.
It's over there, and we've got 2 players on the floor, okay? It's never onside.
Anika Laberry just wants to play that quick tap, doesn't she? If only she'd got back to the mark, she'd be able to go.
It was whoever was on the short side, 21, we think.
Keen to go tempo, but has to be from the right spot.
And here we've got Izzy Mayhew on the screen. She is a true Harlequin. She has been there for years. And again, she's someone that's not had very much luck with injuries, but it's amazing to see her out here today.
86th club appearance.
Yeah, no, she definitely shows what it is to be a twin. That grit, resilience to get back on the pitch, to always put her hand up for selection, to turn up on the dark days, but also to really enjoy those socials afterwards. We all know that Izzy is the first one there to have a good time.
Another question. You're making the most of this last game, aren't you?
Of course, you can keep up to date with everything via the new PWR app. Breaking news, fixtures, standings, live games. Maybe you went through the app to watch our coverage this afternoon. You can also get all the scores and bits and pieces. Our PWR TV is based there. So get onto the Google Store, the App Store, and download the PWR app to keep in touch with everything the league has to offer.
Going well so far. Going well. Okay, time's on then. Offside. There you go. On the 5. Okay, take the 5 then, girls. Girls, take the 5. Take the 5.
Tigers still knocking on the door then. Oh, and it might have worked here. Defensively, Quinn's got to put the bodies on the line. Last time Tigers found themselves turtled over the line, and Quinn's have done it to them again. Nicky O'Donnell was ready for it to be recycled, but recognised it was over the line, and Quinn's had done the job they needed to.
Yeah, that was a great set piece from Tigers. Not the best in terms of the throw, but it got there, and it nearly got over the, well, it did get over the line, but not in the best of ways. I think since that law's come in about taking it over, there's been many teams that actually hold up the play, and that's what Harlequins did just then.
Defensively, it has become a real focus for teams, hasn't it? If you're going to come knocking on the door, well, we might invite you in, but you're going to have to sit on our mat if you do so, and ultimately give up possession. Good work to avoid getting into touch on that far side. The turnover from Powell was good. The offside was being played already.
Sarah Bonner eager as ever to get off the line, unfortunately giving away the penalty in the midfield there. Yeah, she knows what she wants to do. She wants to line up that first receiver and really put a shot on them, but just slightly got her timing wrong. It puts Leicester down in the same position as before. I think Harlequins will be more aware now what they can do in that little set play.
A little earlier on, saw Gary Street in the building along with Wyflip, former Harlequins head coach and Rugby World Cup winning coach from 2014. Popped up by Russell at the back. Quinton stayed a little deep just to watch this. Henrich has only got eyes for the line. Stopped short again. Have they got anybody who can carry them right where they need to? Over. Oh my goodness. How has Jade Conkle stopped that? No. Unbelievable.
Well, that's Jade Conkle for you. Last person that you want to run out in last D defence. She does not want anyone over her whitewash, that's for sure. But again, interesting from Leicester. They've shown the front. Harlequins didn't quite come into that maul with fully hitting it because I don't think they knew exactly what was going to happen.
Stunning from Conkle. There was a 2-on-1. It surely had to go.
Okay, they've opted for the scrum. That's okay. That's because Mika was packing in, so I've just opted to come to you.
This was the quick dropout, by the way. But no one could get to it in sufficient form other than juggle it and knock it into touch. So the knock-on option has offered Leicester Tigers this scrum, and they remain in the Harlequins 22. Can they get a fourth try and a bonus point from this match? It's what they're going in search for. Jordan Russell. Oh, it's a lovely floated ball straight through the middle. It is going to be the score. Fourth try and bonus point goes to Leicester Tigers. It's the brace for Jemima McCalman. And that perhaps a lovely way for Leicester Tigers to finish their afternoon in southwest London. Yeah. Harlequins will wave off a few of their top stars, but that was beautiful from the visitors.
Yeah, Leicester Tigers will be really happy with their performance today. I think they've got some quality tries. They connected really nicely here, playing out the back. Couple of missed tackles. And Jemima McCalman is over that line. Look at the celebrations. It means so much to them to be able to get over the line today.
Bitter. Through the posts. Tigers up to 29. Little reminder, when they met earlier this season, Tigers 28, Quins 56. It's got a similar complexion, hasn't it?
You going left or right? You can go now.
Our clock in the red. We're on Nicky O'Donnell's watch for the conclusion of this one. Henrich.
Stripped, play on, stripped.
The rip was good from Lochner. That's the reason it wasn't given us forwards. Not quite sure who was getting that. Richardson put a hand up, so did Jordan Russell. They nearly got in each other's way. Fury into the backfield. Bitter. Just run out of room to move.
Time is yours.
Time is up. Oh, and that looks like it might have just gone forwards. That will be the last moment of the match. And a match where Harlequins have brought up the half-century to finally get back to winning ways for the first time since round 9. To put in a performance that allows stars like their captain to leave on a high. Leicester Tigers, a performance that saw them get the 4th try and the bonus point, a suitably fitting reward for their afternoon, but the hugs come in from the friends of the Scot and the tears may well start to flow. And we can also share that the Built for Athletes player of the match, after the votes from all of you watching, also goes to the Harlequin skipper, Jade Conkle. She is our Built for Athletes player of the match. And I imagine, Rosie Gallagher, you would agree with the fans on that vote.
Yeah, for sure. I think she's had a phenomenal game today, and the passion that she plays with is just something that you can't teach. She just has a heart of gold. She wants the best for everyone around her, but she'll also do everything possible to make sure she's the best that she can be on the pitch. So I wish her all the best in everything she's about to go and do in the big wide world of work, and she deserved the player of the match today.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as if she's going off to retire quietly somewhere. She's a firefighter with the London Fire Brigade.
Yeah, she's got other challenges, other pressures now, but it probably will be as hot as if not even hotter. But no, just really happy for her. Look at all of the hugs that everyone's given her as well. She is properly loved by the club and also properly loved by the rugby world.
On you, Jade. A great effort. And of course, for Laura Bimba Delgado as well, who of course has been one of the star performers of this league for many a year through Gloucester Hartpury and more recently through Harlequins. All right, well, let's remind you of the action then and how this match unfolded. Let's take you through the highlights of the match. The game got underway with this little bit of interplay from Powell and Pena.
Yeah, no, it was great interconnecting between the backs here. Pena, footwork on the outside, little link up with Lucy Pecker on the inside, and over for the first try of the game. And secondly here we see that Leicester Tigers charged down Lucy Packer's kick, creating a 5-metre scrum, and that resulted in their first 3 points on the board. Little tap from Lucy Packer. The vision was there all game, allowing Freya Orkin to get over that whitewash rather easily. And a nice little scrum play here. Great control from Jade Conkle at the back. Snipe from Lucy to take that space next to the scrum. With a forward pick and go with Lizzie Hanlon getting her first try of the day. Another great piece of play. The seas open for Ella Cromack today on her 50th appearance.
Harlequins wrapping up the bonus point at that moment, but then Leicester Tigers managed to get their first try of the game.
Yeah, a great set piece from Leicester Tigers. Really tight maul, patient. Knew they could feel it coming on that left-hand shoulder. And Gunter over for her first try of the game.
Then it was a case of one Powell followed by another.
Yeah, Connie Powell with that vision. She always wants to look up. Easy ball around the breakdown, and she's over. I love this try. It was all about the forwards and the backs getting together. Claudia Pena onto Lochner. She gets taken to the floor. Quick ball presentation for Lucy Packer to play. Plays Abby Fleming and plays Kaylee Powell into the corner.
Tigers with one on the board then after 6 from Quins, but they managed to get a reply at the end of that first half with Pickford getting the score. But then into the second half, it was Cromack again, given the opportunity to get through and get her second, which brought Quins up to the 50-point mark.
And another great piece of play from Harlequins with that set piece. They love that tight ball carry. And Jade Conkle putting Muller over the try line for another try of the day. And then our final one of the day, fully deserved by Jemima McCalman. A great day on the field for Leicester Tigers, I think, personally. They got some phenomenal tries. We know that they can work on their defensive sets, but actually the passages of play that they've had in their attack with the inside balls and the vision they're starting to play with, it's definitely getting there, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah, it certainly is. We can see some emotional scenes as Eric Hildan here to wish the very best to Laura Bimba Delgado. Plenty of players who've come down to see off the stars of this league, whether they played in this team alongside them or whether they played in other teams historically. Emma Swords as well. There will be a tear shed or two, either here or perhaps over a glass of something cold and fizzy in a little while, you'd imagine.
I'm getting emotional watching it, to be fair. I think it just shows how much they mean to each other, doesn't it? Rugby takes over your life at the end of the day, and it becomes your whole world. It's like your family away from your family. So just to see how much it means to them today. Bimba's obviously been a massive part of the club. She brings that energy, she brings that smile, she brings the charisma, the Spanish flair, as they'd say. And you can tell that she's very much loved by everyone.
Certainly is. All right, well, that nearly wraps things up from us. Let's just get a confirmation then of the other fixtures and results so far. That win for Trailfinders, moving them into 4th place. They've secured a playoff spot for the final semi-finals day in a couple of weeks. Then we've got Bristol Bears, who really didn't fire much of a shot against a dominant-looking Exeter Chiefs, 5-57. Confirmation of 50-29 here at the Stoop. And then Loughborough Lightning Saracens is our match, live on TNT Sports tomorrow. That is at 12 o'clock. So this is how the table looks then. Confirmation from last night that Trailfinders got themselves into the 4th place. Harlequins, who played their last match of the season, you can see there they are the first to have played 16. There is a bye week for Harlequins next week, so they'll finish on 42 points. That is the reason that Trailfinders are very much confirmed in that last spot. Leicester Tigers with that 4-try bonus though, getting themselves another one in the table. And here's a look at next week, round 18. It is Sunday, all kicking off at the same time. Exeter Chiefs against Sale Sharks is our BBC iPlayer match. That one at 3:30. They're all 3:30. Gloucester Hartpury against Bristol Bears. Leicester Tigers against Loughborough Lightning, and the match on TNT Sports, Saracens against Trailfinders. That will be a fascinating one, given that both of them are in those playoffs. Well, Rosie, it's been lovely having you with us this afternoon. Thank you very much indeed. Got a chance to get home and get your feet up after this?
Yeah, going to get my feet up, get out in the garden and enjoy the sunshine.
That sounds perfect. Well, hopefully a few autographs to end the season and keep the interest ticking on for all of the fans around the Stoop. But for now, from Rosie and from me, a very good afternoon. Thanks very much for joining us, and we will see you for round 18 next week.